I'm Connor with KFF Defense, and this is the rundown of the 3M Peltor Comtac VIII. Initial impressions. Overall, I really like the build quality. They feel extremely robust. They feel like they're going to last. They seem extremely durable, though I don't have a extended amount of time putting them through the ringer or anything, but they give the impression of very well built ear protection. They come standard with the foam cups, so I can't quite say what the comfort level is like because I know those gels are going to be better. But for this pair that I'm testing, they have the foam, and overall, not too bad, especially for a pair of foam cups. It's a much softer foam than like what I'm typically used to, so it doesn't quite give me the ear fatigue that I experience with foam cups typically. The battery compartment is very unique, and I honestly like it. It's super easy to change out those batteries. You pull the tab out on the side there, and then you can pull straight out, and out comes your batteries. Obviously, very quick and simple system. As you can see there, it has a gasket to keep that watertight and dust proof. Very nice. The headband itself is very low profile. You can see the thickest part of it is actually the wiring that's running from ear cup to ear cup. That is a very nice feature. I'll have to double check myself, but I believe it is this slim so that you can wear it under a helmet if you wanted to. So with the mounting system that these have with the cups, they allow you to rapid swap between like a neckband or arc rails or whatever you're going to need very quickly. So this is a feature I thought that was only going to be available on like the new Sword line that'll be coming out, but I was blown away when I met with 3M at SHOT Show, and they actually showed me this system in use. I didn't know it had already been done before. So this is a very, very cool system to where it honestly allows you to swap mounting platforms so quickly that I would say you don't have to buy a second pair if you have like a helmet mounted pair and also wanted a pair to wear at the range and not have to wear your helmet. You could easily swap these out. I would say it probably takes, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. Looks like you will have to pop these clips off and unroute the wiring from the headband. But I mean, other than that though, that's honestly not that big of a hassle to considering how much money you'd save from buying 2 pairs. So, okay, the elephant in the room that I want to talk about is the sound quality. It's unfortunate, but I don't quite think that these are as clear as Sword's are. However, I will say they combat that with better amplification. I will say you can absolutely hear everything with these. They call it mission audio profiles. All that means is volume adjustment. I think they're kind of sugarcoating what it is. I initially thought they had different sound profiles like what you'll have with Sword's with the Here 2 platform, but they just have audio adjustment. But honestly, the highest setting on these is absolutely crazy. You are hearing everything. It's honestly a little too loud for comfort, I think, which is a great thing, especially if you're in a combat environment. But for normal range use, you don't need that high of amplification. But for greater situational awareness, I think that is a great feature to have. I'd rather have too much than too little. But again, back to the sound quality, I just don't think they're as clear. So what I'll do is what I did last time with the Sword's is I will remove this lapel mic and I will insert them into the 3Ms so that you can hear the sound quality for yourself. Okay, these should be on now. You will be hearing audio quality from the 3M Peltor Comtac VIII. So I'm sure you can tell it's very echoey in my building. I'm sure you are able to hear all sorts of crickets and things like that. I'll turn up the volume just to make sure it's on the highest setting. But you are currently hearing audio through the 3M Peltor Comtac VIII. Overall, you'll probably notice it's not near as clear as the Sword's are. The amplification is absolutely crazy. The amplification is crazy. The sound quality, I think, is just lagging behind just a little bit. So as you can tell, it's not quite at Sorden levels of clarity. Electronic hearing protection, you're hearing everything out of a microphone. It's not quite going to quite be, having your naked ears out. And honestly, for what it is, it's still really good. These are very, very high-end hearing protection, and I do not think you will go wrong with getting these. I will say that of the hearing protection that I've tested, I do think that these are noticeably the best protecting hearing protection I've tested to date. So whenever I put these on and they're not turned on, it is noticeable immediately at how much sound they block out. It's easy to forget sometimes when you have them turned on and you can hear everything going on around you, just how much they're protecting. But when you put these on with the sound off, it is very evident that that 22 NRR is leaps and bounds. It's very good protection numbers, and I would feel 100% safe using these like indoors or something like that. It feels like very good protection. Now, granted, I want to warn you that I didn't test these indoors, and it's always safer to double up with hearing protection when you're shooting indoors. But with my test at my outdoor range, that they were more than adequate. And when you just put them on your head, the sound dampening is great. Very good protection. So overall, what's my final consensus of quality to cost? They are a very high quality feeling hearing protection. They don't feel cheap. The plastic is very rigid. I feel like I'd be able to run over these with my truck and they probably still run. They got that going for them. I absolutely love the modularity of the mounting system on the cups to where you could easily swap those over to a neckband or helmet mount or whatever you need. That is revolutionary. Having that rapid change is so beneficial in my opinion. I think that is phenomenal, and that justifies a lot of the cost in of itself. The sound quality, it's just not quite as good as competition that costs less money, in my opinion. I was a little disappointed whenever I tried these out. I wanted them to be better, an American-made product, and a little bit more expensive. Like, that's what we want to see succeed. But I just don't think it's quite to the clarity level. But it does make up for the clarity in the sense of amplification is better, which, if you're in a professional environment, gives you more situational awareness and are able to pick up more sounds. You are gaining more of an advantage when wearing these than without. And that is a key benefit when wearing tactical hearing protection. Overall, value for price, I don't love the price for what they bring, but they are really good hearing protection. And if you want something that is more likely to get approved by your department, be a little bit more bomb-proof, and give you more situational awareness, I think these are the route for you. For the average consumer, honestly, they're not bad, and I'm not going to discourage you from getting these because they are great hearing protection. They lack in some areas, they make up in others. What you're willing to compromise on is ultimately up to you. Personally, I don't know if I would buy these or not. It's hard for me to say because the ability to swap mounting platforms is phenomenal, and that makes up a lot of cost difference because you're eliminating the need of multiple pairs. But you're sacrificing in some areas, so it's hard for me to say. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if I would buy these or not, but ultimately the decision's up to you. And if you get these, you're more than likely not going to be disappointed. They're great hearing protection. That's the rundown of the 3M Peltor Comtac VIII.